and welcome to this video. I'm Jonty500 and this is my first track showcase. This is a track I call Ultimate GP. It's a 30-man race, lap, and one lap takes about 1.50 in supers or sports, just depending on the driver's skill, of course. Now the starting line is here, as you see, pretty wide and quite a long stretch, as it stretches back there before you reach the finish. Now we head off in this direction, and here's the first turn. I have a barrier there on the inside to block off so people don't knock that post over. And as you see, the first two corners here are very wide and have the crucial posts blocked. And I always want to keep the first corners of my maps pretty open, so they leave space for battles and there's less chance of collisions and complications. Then we move down this straight, down here. It's a long wide straight before, so you get some good speed, and then you arrive at the first real tight section of this map. Head right to this area here, and here's a little bit extra that I like to add to my maps. The normal track just goes straight towards this, under the bridge under there, but in case you would drive an endurance race, I've also added a pit lane here. So if you have a trash car and you really need to repair it, then in a GTA race you can go head in on the right here to the pit lane, and here you see some repair icons, and those are only available in case the race is set to GTA. It's a really tight pit lane, so you have to really manage your speed. And the pit lane comes out here with the barriers here, so you don't collide with people coming out of the pit lane, and you can also manage when they come out here, so you don't crash. And you go under the bridge to this here left corner and continue on down here. I really like this part of the map, it flows really nicely. Then on the right side here I have some barriers so people won't take a wider line than I want them to. We continue back underneath the highway and this straight until we reach this position. Now this is the first place in the entire map where you actually can see drivers on other sections of the track, and as you see there's checkpoint 19 over there and 7, but we continue to the left. Then we come in here under this section of road, and here you can see you're gonna take a right, and that's the place we came down earlier with the pit lane over there. So to show you this part I'm gonna go into the other mode, because we want to showcase it properly. Now you take the right under here, you can go on both sides of the pillars and continue out here straight until you reach here, Legion Square. Now we're gonna go back to normal viewing mode. Here you have Legion Square, you round it right over here, and really you have to manage your speed also. You have a great amount of speed when you come through here, and if you go at full speed you're gonna hit those trees and your race is pretty much gonna be destroyed. Then we continue onwards, and here we have a hairpin coming up. We go underneath this road, and here we have a really tight hairpin, and I really like this part. I normally do this when I make a hairpin. I put the barriers with arrows on the outside, as you can see there are arrows on those, and the tire stacks at the apex and also the tire lines before the apex. I've also blocked this section of road off from each other, so people can't crash into each other when they're coming out and in here. Here I've decided not to block off this section of the map because I want to leave it a little bit open because if you are coming at high speeds here, you're most likely gonna go so far that in case you're coming really hard, you're not gonna be able to avoid hitting barriers in case this would be blocked off. So therefore I only placed this tire stack on that lamppost so it won't get knocked over and you won't screw anybody else and it won't screw anybody else up in case you mess up yourself. We continue onwards towards this section here, and here you have another place where you're gonna see other parts and other races in other sections of the map. But we had left to this here. This is another one of those really nice areas that have this really nice flow. Here I also have blocked off the inside so you won't cut that corner too much. Go out here, round underneath the railway, up to the right, and we continue. The whole track has really wide corners and they leave a lot of room for good battles and also some challenges. Now here you have the section I showed you before with checkpoint 7 there and checkpoint 19, and you can see people that have just started the lap in case you're that much ahead of them or behind. You could be really behind also. And here you continue back here towards this section that I showed you before. But the map actually never crosses its... there's no cross sections where you could hit other people in other parts of the race. Now we come up here to the finishing line, or to the finish stretch. And here you actually go over the track. As you can see beneath here, there's the track goes underneath this section. You see there's checkpoint 10. So you actually cross over, the finishing straight crosses over an old part of the track. You head down here, I have some barriers to try and discourage people from taking the pavement, and then we are at the finish line. Now I'm gonna show you 2 laps of this track, once without the pit lane and another time with the pit lane. The track is very wide, but you get kind of surprised when you have people racing here that it becomes quite a challenge to keep your places, because there's really not much you can do with the fence here. You really have to try and optimize your lines. These are of course not the optimal lines that I'm driving right now. I'm really not that concentrated on my racing, I'm just trying to showcase the track. And we go around this construction site here that I showed you before. And the entire track just has this natural flow that I really like in my races. And here we are approaching the finish line. So the next lap I'm gonna show you how to take that pit lane in the right way. So we come out here on the right, and now we want to take the pit lane. Our car is damaged, so we go here on the right, have to slow down a little to take this, and also the tight exit. So there you have a repair car once you get out and you have lost a little bit of time, and that's what the pit lane is for. But remember, you can't use the pit lane in case it is a normal race. You have to set it to GDA, and it's only gonna be usable in long endurance races where your cars can get smashed up. Now we're at the end of this lap soon. Oh, then I want to take that in case you want to try it out. I'll drop a link in the description to this race, and any feedback I can get is much appreciated, because no track is ever perfect. There's always some small issues everywhere. So in case you see something or maybe try it out and you discover something that seems a little bit off, then make sure to tell me. Any feedback is greatly appreciated, and I'll try and improve the race by the feedback I get. Otherwise, I'll just say to you, thank you for watching this video. If you like this race, then be sure to tell me, and also leave a like on the video. And if you want to see more races from me, this is a new series I've started, and I will showcase some more races, and maybe in the future also showcase other people's races, but for now at least I'm gonna be focusing on my own races. Thank you for watching this video, and see you next time.